She glowing. No, I'm just kidding. Hi, you guys. My name is Sarai. I go by Sarai, Sarah, or Sara, whatever is easier, just because I know everyone can't pronounce Sarai. So this is gonna be my first YouTube video, and I kind of just wanted to do kind of like a get ready with me, do my makeup type of thing. So yeah, if you want to know how I got this look, or do you just want to watch me get ready, keep on watching. So first I'm going to be taking my Garnier SkinActive Illuminating Moisturizer. I really like using this because I know that's going to leave my face glowy and very hydrated. Next I'm going to be taking the Wonder Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. And then I'm just going to be spreading this all over my face and also down to my neck. So now I'm just combing out my eyebrows. Taking my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown, I'm going to start carving out my eyebrows. And I usually start with the back half of my eyebrows, working my way towards the top. Honestly, eyebrows have to be like my least favorite thing to do in makeup, just because I constantly struggle with trying to get them to look good. So when I get to the top of my eyebrow, instead of just filling them in, I'll take my brush and just make hair-like strokes to the top. And then if you guys are wondering what that brown spot on my thumb is, it's just a little bit of pomade, just so that I won't have to dip the brush back into the actual pomade, and it just makes it less harsh when I put it on my eyebrow. Now I'm going to take my Girl Pro Conceal to just clean up my eyebrows. And I honestly make a mess whenever I start cleaning up my eyebrows, because I'm putting it all over the top of my eyebrow and also all over the bottom. So for this part, it seems really pointless because I'm just going to be taking off the top concealer from the top of my eyebrow, honestly spreading it. I don't actually want the concealer there. I just wanted it to kind of clean up my eyebrows. And then the bottom portion, I'm actually going to try and blend out. Once the concealer is off, I'm going to take my spoolie and start brushing out my eyebrows. And then after that, I'm going to take the angled brush that I was using to do my eyebrows. And I'm just going to start going back in and kind of just filling in the portions where the concealer might have stripped the pomade away. Next, I'm going to be taking my MAC Studio Finish Concealer, and I'm just priming my lids with this because this is going to act as a base for my eyeshadow. So now I'm just going to be blending the concealer out, and then to set this, I'm going to be using the Pretty Vulgar Translucent Setting Powder. Taking my Modern Renaissance palette, I'm going to go into the shade Burnt Orange, and I'm going to be using this as a transition shade. Yes, I hit pan on it already. I'm honestly scraping all that I can off because it's such a nice transition shade, and I can't find another one that looks exactly like it. Next, I'm going to be taking my Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Evil Genie. It's that blue one right there. And I'm just going to grab it with my finger and kind of just spread it all over my lid. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going to be taking an eyeshadow blending brush and kind of just blending the blue towards the top. Going back into the Modern Renaissance palette, I'm going to be using the shade Cyprus Umber, and I'm going to be using this to blend in my crease. And this is just going to darken up my crease so that the orange and the blue can blend in together. Once I was done using the brown shade, I just went back into my transition shade and kind of just fluffed it on the top so it is still noticeable. And then I also did go back into that blue shade just so that the blue shade could look more vibrant. Again, I'm using my finger for this. I went ahead and did the other eye off camera just because I took the same steps doing it as the first eye, and then I'm just going to be wiping any fallout that I might have had. Now for my base, I'm going to start off with the Benefit Porefessional primer, and I'm just going to be putting this all over my face. I do really like this primer because it does minimize my pores, because honey, my pores are out there. Now for the foundation, I'm going to be using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and I am going to be mixing two different shades just because it is summer and I have my summer shade and my regular shade. Now that I look like a bottle of mustard, I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm going to be putting that under my eyes, on my cupid's bow, and on my chin, and then like 3 dots on my forehead. Now I'm just going to be using this same translucent powder that I used earlier to put it under my eyes once it's done blended out. And I'm just using this translucent powder under my eyes, my cupid's bow, and in my chin area. Also, I don't know if it's called the cupid's bow or the cupid's bow dimple, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Next, I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Super Stay powder. Honestly, this is a powder foundation, but I use it as a setting powder because it brings back the color to my face. And then after I'm done doing that, I'm just going to dust away the translucent powder. I honestly don't like leaving it for that long, but some people do. So I'd say do whatever you're comfortable with. Now for this part, I'm just going to be putting eyeshadow on my lower lash line just so it can match my eyeshadow on my lid. Now for this part, I promise I'm not going to be burning off my eyelashes. I'm just taking a lighter and kind of lighting the top just so that my eyelashes could stay curled, because I do have stubborn eyelashes, but I do wait for it to cool down and I don't just go for it right away. Now for mascara, I am going to be starting off with the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara Primer, and then I'm just going to be following that up with the mascara Big Ego by Tarte. I do go back into my eyebrows one last time just to make sure that I did not get any powder on there. And then after I'm done doing that, I'm going to be using a spoolie and I'm going to spray some setting spray on there and brush my eyebrows out with that. I usually do use eyebrow gel, but I ran out, so the setting spray works just as well. Next, I'm going to be taking my Tarte Pro Glow palette, and I'm just going to be using the bronzer on here. And the bronzer, I usually like to put it on my cheekbones, on top of my forehead, and on my jawline, and a little bit on my nose. Once I'm done doing that, I'm going to be using a mini dry beauty blender, and I'm just going to be putting translucent powder on there and putting it below my cheekbones just so that I can carve those out. So I'm going to be leaving that on there while I put my blush on. I'm using Tarte in the shade Quirky, and I am going to be putting that on the highest points of my cheeks. Now I can dust that powder right off. Now for my favorite part, which is highlighter. I'm going to be using Fenty Beauty Hustler Baby, and this is the mini version, and it's so cute, and I love this highlighter so much. And then I'm going to be putting that as my first highlighter, and then just a little bit of the Jeffree Star Wet Dream right after that. After I'm done putting on the highlighter, I'm going back into the blush brush that I use and kind of just blending that leftover blush onto my highlighter just so that I won't have any harsh lines. Now I did put my falsies off camera, and now I'm just going to be taking the Fenty Fly Liner and just putting a little bit of eyeliner on top of my eyelashes just to blend the lash line with my eyelashes. And again, I'm just going to be taking a little more blue and putting that on my lid just so they could really pop out. Now I'm just going to be curling my eyelashes so that my fake eyelashes can blend it with my real ones. And then right after that, I'm just going to be wiping off my lips of any foundation or powder that may have fallen on them. For my lips, I'm going to be taking the NYX Liquid Lip in the shade Seduction. And on top of that, I am going to be using the Fenty Gloss. Now taking my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, I'm going to be spraying that all over my face and taking a beauty blender and just dabbing that right into my skin. Remy was being a little crybaby, so I just picked her up for a second. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, see you guys next time.